As our church has been learning to talk together over the last quarter century, we find that our conversations with one another transform us and the ways that we work and we talk together. But it doesn't stop there. It overflows our congregation into our neighborhood, into our workplaces, into our homes. We're learning to talk together. So we've started a number of different businesses. And I don't think those businesses probably wouldn't have succeeded if we hadn't had practices of conversation in place that help us to learn how to work together and how to navigate the dynamics of doing different sorts of work in our neighborhood, and how to work through difficult situations and difficult questions together. Our conversations flow outward. There's been numbers of times where we've been doing some work in our neighborhood, and there's factions that are kind of at odds with one another and not talking to one another. And we've played the role sometimes of bringing those factions to the table and helping them to talk to one another and to work through the issues that are tearing them apart. And I think those are some of the ways that our churches can be peacemakers through conversation, of helping people to learn to talk together and creating spaces. So often in the 21st century, a lot of the spaces where people would talk together and be together, especially be together with people who were of different backgrounds than themselves, those spaces have largely disappeared in the 21st century. And I think our churches can create spaces in which our neighbors can come together and talk together and work together, public square type spaces. And I think there's some really good work for us to do. And that's part of an extension of how our practices of conversation in our churches overflow into our neighborhoods.